Going live now. We're live.
Okay. We're live. That's good to know. Well, we're all wasting our time. Good day, everybody. Thanks for joining us in this broadcast. Our question and answers, and whatever other else you want to put on it. We have myself, and joining in on the panel, we have Karen, Orla, Bea, and Olive. Have I got everyone, guys?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, should we need to consist of this. Okay, so I guess with this system that we don't know if someone's just come on with a new question. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay, so I'll go. So we're going to start the evening with a meditation. So I'll go straight to that. Yeah.
Yes.
Great.
Okay. So this seems strange to do this, but I do. Right. We're going to do a meditation about your own private or secret space. Sounds better, doesn't it? So let's all. Let's, hang on, my thing gone. Microphone's gone. Oh no, it was you guys, wasn't it? Yes. Let's begin. Enough playtime. Tonight we're going to start the evening with a meditation where we deal with our own secret space, and in dealing with, we each create our own personal space where no one comes in, no one even knows about it, only yourselves. And it's a good space to have if you're feeling a bit stressed. Just put yourself mentally, put yourself into that space, and it will gradually take away any stress without people knowing where you are by that happens. So we're going to create one. So I want you to shut your eyes, please, and get comfortable for the meditation. Let's take one first nice deep breath in. You breathe right down deep into the pit of your stomach. And you can feel it going right down to the pit of your stomach. This beautiful room, warm feeling working this way right down through your body, through your stomach, until it comes to rest at the base of your tummy. And then it comes to rest. And you notice as it is doing, it's growing larger. And by larger, I mean more powerful. There's more strength to it. So just exhale now, let that one go. And then we'll take another nice deep breath. Same again, nice deep breath. Right down to the pit of your stomach. So we now have 2 patches of this healing energy. And we can feel that going through us. And we notice that as it goes through our body, any places of dis-ease or pain, you can feel the healing energy working on that part of the body, helping get array, dispersing all the black energy. And as we exhale, we have a look at our breath briefly. We notice in the breath that we are exhaling, there is a beautiful colour to that air of your breath. And as we look up, we notice there's patches of black, quite big, quite small, but you notice it there. And then you see that disappear. And we have left now one complete set of healing energy, as in each breath represents one intake of the energy. So visualize that within you. And just take 2 or 3 breaths while you're working on it. And just beginning to feel that warm, really comfortable, peaceful energy from your feet, right up your whole body, right up to the top, to the crown. And as it does, you can feel the rest of your body gradually getting more peaceful as it fits in with the rhythm of your own body. Now we're going to create, we're going to make an area which we'll call a secret space. Now while you're sitting nice and quietly, just shut your eyes. And if you could at any time in the day, just think yourself, where would you love to be? Watching the TV, walking on the beach, and sitting in a forest. Doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if you haven't seen it. You're creating it, but you can see it in your mind. It doesn't matter how big it is, because it's going to hold quite a lot of energy for you. So, and notice now, have a look around the space that you've cleared. Just look where it is, so you can go back to it straight away. You don't have to have a map for directions. So you just get comfortable and find yourself in that place. Then just for a couple of seconds, have a look around you and look where you are and what else is. Notice any wildflowers, any birds singing around you. Whatever would you perceive as being the best place you could be, the best for this point in time. Now just shut your eyes. And come back to the space that you've just created. And you don't need a map to it. Your intuition will take you there in a flash, just almost instantly. When you're there, you can feel the benefit within that area. As I say, no one else knows of it. Nobody knows where it is, where you are. You can go sit in it when times get tough. Nobody know where you are, know what you're doing. You're doing this completely on your own, for yourself to bring yourself back to a nice peaceful place. I'm going to sit you living in that place, which some people do, or just use it temporarily for a place of rest, a place of clarity. Remember, if ever you find yourself in that place and you don't know why, then because you have created it yourself, it's yours and no one else's. Then as soon as you start to get stressful, as soon as you think of getting stressed, you will notice that that secret space will suddenly appear, perhaps around you, perhaps to one side, but you will notice where it is, and then you find yourself within it. And just enjoy. I'm going to leave you there in a few minutes, just to breathe in, just nice and peaceful. And you can sit down in that place, you can stand up, you can run, anything you like. It's almost like a kid's grown up for adults, I think. And it's good sometimes just to involve that. If you're going to have if you know you're going to have an awkward time with someone in an ornamental, I don't know, anything. Just maybe bartering, negotiating, anything. That will take you right through. And just stay there as long as you want to. And remember that the energy, which is healing energy, universal energy, it never runs out. Like our sun, burn forever, for our life. It's nothing intellectual in your space. There's no electronic stuff. So all of the bloody electronics that can really put each one of you to answer. If the phone rings, what do you do? Will it ring and call it back? Or just keep in that space that you created, enjoying the peace. Remember, always put your patching set on the back as you've created this for yourself. And there are some times where maybe you can take someone or something in with you that's particularly in an unrest can stay. Doesn't matter if you've fallen asleep in it. It will give you the peace and the healing energy that you require at that point in time. Let's just leave your secret place. Maybe just keep it in your sight, but you know where it is. Always rest assured that you do not have to know where it is if you want to go there. It's an open space for you. And if you choose to use sharing, that's your own choice. Personally, I would say it's not a good choice. That's your space. Therefore, it's for you, not you and Fred and Merton and anyone else. It's there for you. They have a different vibration to you. And that will mix it all up. Not good. It will come out as something's got the other. Shouldn't shake it. Just ruined it. So all the way that you've done creatively. Okay, if you come back now to where you first started this sorry, my short, just where we first started creating this. And if you're beginning to feel something good, then that's great. If you feel very all jumbled up and unfit, not resting or anything, just bring it into your mind again. And then put yourself in a big bubble of white light to cleanse that area, and you're ready to start again. Do you want to ask any questions at the end? That would be great. And if you don't worry. It's not the end of the world. Then something might come to you through the night as a question. Something might come to you on your way to work, to school, whatever. The following day. And this could come just to help you find that nice easing space. It will all take you to that place you created. Okay, now bring your awareness back to yourself, to whether you're sitting or standing, wherever you are. Just bring yourself back to it. Take a nice deep breath and feel yourself become grounded again. And just notice how good it is after having done all that for yourself when used. Okay,
So Tony,
yes.
shall we move on to some of the questions that came through?
Yeah, I just ask anyone, if anyone has a question, send it in on the computer, or just send it in the mailbox, whatever, and then we can move on to Christmas. Okay. Yes, let's move on to whatever the next one is. I don't know.
So
Yeah.
the first question we have is, Can we tune in to people's energy without their knowledge or permission?
Can you keep them in?
Can we tune in to people's energy without
Can
their
you tune in?
knowledge?
No. Even if you can, you shouldn't. Because that's the same as tuning in at someone in a road accident. And you're walking by, or you're walking by and you're pushing your push bike, and you can see that someone's quite badly injured, or even not. You can see that someone's injured. You recognise that that person needs healing energy. But what did we say at the end? You have to ask your intuition, is it appropriate to share the energy, to share your energy with that person's energy? And it basically is the same question that was asked before. You can't, you do not interfere with anyone's. He has his own way. If they turn around, invariably the answer will be yes, because the healing is needed quickly. Then you just send healing to that person or persons. How you see the colour, the energy, it's up to you. Some people see it as a blue white line, a blue white line, pink, all sorts. So whatever you use as a healing light, just see that persons suddenly have this great big ball of blue light around them. And you have done that without their knowledge, without their knowledge, yes. But the most important thing, you've got their permission. That's the one thing I probably didn't start with it, but I'll put it in now. With the healing energy, it's very powerful, as you can imagine. And there's quite a few people out there would love to get their hands on it and use it detrimentally to anything, any to the planet and people working on it. So you have to always be aware, and it's a good exercise of tuning in to your intuition and trusting. If you're giving that person healing and you start to and you're perhaps sitting next to them with your sort of hands, maybe like an umbrella type shape. If that appears for you, then stop the healing straight away, because your seal and your protection wasn't strong enough, and you don't want to suffer. You don't want to pick up the suffering that person's picking up. So you really have to be aware with it. I mean, you sit there and you see someone in the curb that's crying, whatever, and you bend down and you pat them, you console them a lot, whatever, and they don't seem to get any better. My first thought would be, you're not there to give that person healing. So you'd pull back and carry on with your day. Otherwise you could take the energy, the dark energy that's inside that person, which we don't really want. While I'm rattling on here, most of you would have heard this. Whatever you intend to do with the healing knowledge, do not advertise yourself. Do not advertise yourself as healing. The only people that can do that are the doctors and those that have taken exams and they have a certificate on them all. So you put your name if you want to do it. You know, a lot of people don't. A lot of just say energy healing. Some people use. It doesn't claim it's spiritual energy or anything. It's very sort of quite nothing, which is what it. You want something that says nothing but says a lot. If you get one of them, yeah, very good. Very good. Okay, we got any more questions or?
We do. Do we have time for one other question?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is spiritual healing?
What is
spiritual healing?
spiritual healing? It's the name that some people give to the universal energy, the healing, and they call it spiritual healing because a long time ago, my guess is that years ago when people in the intuition, when people would put their finger at someone, and that would deem them as being a witch because she's dealing in white magic. So she's a witch. So what did they do? They put her on a chair and dumped her in a river. And if she died because she was a white witch, she's not very good, is she? Because she drowned. Well, they kept her there for ages. Well, she's taken a long time to die because she's a witch. The person didn't have a chance either way. Then in the days of that was very plentiful. So the spiritual energy is what some people like to call it. Some people call it, oh, I'll give you some spiritual healing. Some people would run a mile because, we're Wookiee and we're these sort of weird people. So if you call it, you can just call it universal energy. It comes from the same place. And it's the same thing. It's just a softer name for it, I guess. I mean, people say, do I do spiritual healing? And my first question usually is why? What does it matter to you? Yeah. Are we all here?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I hope my voice isn't sending anyone to sleep.
No, not at all.
That was very interesting.
Apart from me, that
Very
is-
helpful.
Okay. Well, that could be it then. We've gone through all that we needed.
Yes.
We'll be back next week anyway. Okay. Well, thank you being present. That's very good. Very good.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you, Tony.
One thing I would drop in with you when you give people healing, I usually call it healing, if you can, before and after, if you can just quickly dip your hands in running water, just run them together under running water, and then off you go. Because that clear water, because it's cold and it's cold, and it's in with a lot of spiritual energy. The spiritual energy has actually clarified all that paper, so you shouldn't have any after effects. Just to be aware of. So, don't know what both Helen and I do. We do it for ages. Every time we hear a siren going, don't even have to see it. We see it. Siren. It's obviously an agency, an emergency service, whether it's police, ambulance, fire engine. So everybody associated with that ambulance, whatever it is, with all its lights buzzing, screaming, then that they're leading people to it to get there as quick as they can. So as soon as we hear the dark, we just visualize a ball of white fire or blue picture, excuse me, of blue water, blue energy, filling that beast weapons. Excuse me. But you can talk to other people, and other people can have different opinions, but then it doesn't mean that they're right. You're right for you. If I put an orange in front of everybody here, and I ask each one of you to describe it, each one of you will give a different interpretation. But the energy is the same. Everybody can see the same thing to different degrees.
Mm.
So, thank you all for being here.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Till next week.
See you
Till
next
then.
week. Bye.
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 Bye.